Tuesday, March 27th, 2017, it was booked, it was played out, and now we're gonna talk about it. But first, I want to spend the first half an hour of this video talking about Sasha Banks. Because, relax, we're joking over here, we're kidding over here. Just joking, this guy's got jokes today, right? I know, some people are like, BC, no more Sasha, man. Give it up, BC. Let it go, BC. Enough with Sasha Banks, BC. No, it won't be enough until Sasha Banks gets her justice, I assure you. When Alexa Bliss can hold the championship for months and months and only defend it a couple times on TV or pay-per-views, just a couple of times in months, and she gets to hold that championship, but Sasha Banks holds it 4 different times for collectively 1 month? No, you ain't gonna hear the last until Sasha Banks gets what's rightfully hers. The day that Sasha Banks gets the championship and gets to hold it for the better part of a year, well, that, my friends, that's pure fucking justice. So you're damn right, we're gonna continue to talk about Sasha Banks on this channel, but not right now. But I do have to pose a question. Yesterday's video, a lot of great comments. Thank you for everybody that tuned into yesterday's video. That video, fucking ultra successful. A lot of people enjoying it. Lots of comments were streaming in. You guys were having fun with it. One comment in particular made me really think, and that was from Didi, and they said, the same people who say that Sasha and Bayley had their time are the same people who are bitching because they want Nikki Bella back. And it was kind of true. I thought about this. A lot of the people that want Alexa and Nia at WrestleMania are the same people that really love Nikki Bella. They're really of a total divas crowd. So it really is 2 different fans. It's the ones that really love pure wrestling and think Wrestlemania should be the showcase of literally the immortals, the showcase of dream matches, not just 1 or 2 dream matches. The card should be mostly dream matches and fun, epic wrestling matches. And then there's another type of fan that just wants the divas in there, right? And let's have a little bit of fun, right? Let's have Alexa versus Nia. And so what? It's not going to be as good as a wrestling match as Bayley and Sasha. We've seen them. And so what? It's only probably going to be 10 minutes at best, but who cares? It's going to be fun to see him in there. And hey, it'll be really fun if Nia gets a championship because we haven't seen that, BC. Merry-go-round, everybody gets the belt. So there really is. I love that comment, Didi. Thank you for that. It's true, man. Nikki Bella fans really want Alexa and Nia. A lot of them, I've noticed. And it begs the question, every time I say AJ Lee started the women's revolution, and the reason that the evolution is kicked into high gear today for the women, I always get a lot of people going, well, it was Nikki Bella actually, BC, but good try. And then I have to rebuttal with, well, actually, good try on your part, but you failed, because Nikki Bella is still to this day a total diva. So you can't start a revolution and then go back to where you came from and say, oh, I'm going to play both sides of the fence. I'm going to be the reason we have a revolution and the reason the evolution is kicked into high gear, but I'm still going to be a diva if that's okay. No, you can't have your cake and eat it too. That's like robbing a bank in the daytime and then at nighttime with your family at the dinner table saying how you hate criminals. But you just robbed the bank. Now all of a sudden you hate criminals 6 hours later? You're a total diva, but then you claim you're the fucking advocate for pro wrestling for the women. No, it's 2 different things. AJ Lee, the whole purpose of a revolution, you guys know the definition. I've said it many times on this channel. Google the definition of revolution and revolutionize. It's AJ Lee. It's going against the grain. It's going against the authority. It's anti-establishment. At a time where Nikki Bella and all them were divas, AJ Lee was saying, I don't want anything to do with a diva. I don't want this title that I'm carrying to even be called a Divas Championship. No, thank you for the opportunity, but I do not want to be on the Total Divas show. These were things AJ Lee was doing. When she was all on Twitter and she was calling out Stephanie McMahon and saying that women deserve more time. That wasn't Nikki Bella originally, was it? Who started that? That was AJ Lee. That is a revolution. When you stand up and you're about to take the blunt, you could get fired, you could get fucking lawsuits, you don't know what the fucking happened, but you're gonna go against this whole conglomerate company because you're gonna stand up for what's right. That's a revolution. And people want to say it's Nikki Bella, but to this day, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, isn't she still on the show Total Divas? Isn't there a spinoff called Total Bellas? She's like the patriarch. She is the poster child for a diva. And I like Nikki Bella as a person, and B, I respect what she did. She said, you know what, I don't want to just be a diva, I do want to wrestle too, because I want to show people that there's a toughness to me. And she trained her ass off, she got in the ring, and she actually had good matches. She did get the championship. Some people think it was undeserving. I can see both sides of the fence. Was there people there before her and probably more deserving? Absolutely. There's no probably. But she got the strap. She defended it correctly in a good fashion. So all props to Nikki Bella. But you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't be the poster child for Total Divas to this very day. Have the spinoff Total Bellas and live this Total Divas lifestyle on camera, on TV. But then also say, you started the revolution. It's because of Total Divas that we're still getting Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax. Because, guys, whether you want to believe it or not, the reason we're getting Alexa and Nia is to push a Divas agenda. The Total Divas on the E! Channel. That show. That agenda. They need an epic storyline for the show. So they're going to have Alexa and Nia for the strap at the biggest stage of them all. It both makes sense and doesn't make sense all at the same time. But it sparked so much thought in me. So thank you, Didi, for that comment yesterday. Because it's true, man. You know, everybody who says Nikki Bella started a revolution, yet she's still a total diva. Well, which is it? Which is it? You can't play both sides of the fence. You can't contradict yourself in such a huge way. Pick a side. Pick one. And she's cleared to come back and wrestle Nikki Bella, but she's doing all these side projects. She doesn't want to come back full throttle. She's got hubby John Cena. He's making all the good money too. She's opening up her wine company. She's got 2 Total Diva shows, Total Divas, Total Bellas. Nikki Bella's living that life, man, doing photo shoots. And then on camera, she's saying like, oh, I would love to come back. They don't have anything for... Bullshit! Commit! Come on back. If you went to Vince McMahon and said, I'm back, motherfucker would be like, welcome. Nikki Bella knows that she's playing both sides of the fence. She's saying, oh, I'm a Total Divas on TV, yes. But I'm also a WWE superstar and I want to come back. It's just not the time yet. And Vince doesn't have anything for me. And oh man, if I could just be back. Trying to fucking fool everyone into thinking she really wants to come back, but she just can't. Vince doesn't have anything for her. Absolute bullshit. Nikki Bella can come back tonight if she wanted to. She's living that Divas lifestyle. And there's fans out there that are going, but she's the reason for the revolution. No, you're the reason. There's dipshits in the world. Boom! IBS! Internet bitch slap! Alright, let's go, baby. Let's start SmackDown, right? What was that, 10 minutes? I don't have a fucking timer. I think I spent the first 10 minutes again not even talking about the fucking show. I love this channel. Can I just say that? Fucking A, man. Has there ever been a host that just says, I love my fucking channel? I do. I mean, I love you guys. I love the fact that you guys watch this channel and enjoy my entertainment. But I always said I would do this even if there was only 25 subscribers. I'm thankful I have thousands of subscribers. But I would do this if I had 25 people, I always said. But I honestly believe I would do this if I had 0. Because I entertain myself. Woo! Should we start SmackDown's review reaction or this thing's gonna go like a fucking hour? I'm gonna try to go by this fast, guys. SmackDown started off, Daniel Bryan package. It was just a Daniel Bryan package from last week. And can I just say, man, I got those fucking goosebumps, man. It still hasn't hit me yet that Daniel Bryan, my favorite wrestler of all fucking time, is back, man. And I get to watch him again. It made me think about, like, all the years that, like, we just didn't have Daniel Bryan. Or somebody like Daniel Bryan. Somebody that the crowd just pops for in a huge roar of adulation and cheering and just like so happy to see and show their respect to. That is a true top face in the company. Growing up, I had the Hulk Hogan's and the Ultimate Warriors. And then we went into fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin. Even though he started as a heel, Vince noticed that. He turned him full throttle face and he took over the company. And then we had Daniel Bryan. But for the past 15 years, it's been really John Cena and then Roman Reigns. And Vince has been obsessed with this 50-50 reaction. And it just hit me with that package, that opening package with Daniel Bryan. And then later in the night when Daniel Bryan came out and he did his promo. And he basically called out Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. He said, I want a match with you two at Wrestlemania, and my tag team partner will be Shane McMahon. And I'm going to get to that in a minute too, because that might not be Shane McMahon, unfortunately. But you hear Daniel Bryan's pop when he came out of the curtain last night. And the crowd just erupting in the hugest Daniel Bryan fucking chant. And it's just, that is a face. That gets me excited for the top face in the company. That shows you that's who we want to see, and it's just so good to hear that reaction and for them to get the TV time. And it's just for years and years, we've gotten John Cena and Roman Reigns, and Vince has been obsessed with, as long as it's a reaction, then that's all that matters. As long as noise is being made, cheers or boos, it doesn't matter. We're getting emotion. We're getting reaction. But what Vince doesn't realize is a lot of people are just disgusted, or a lot of people just didn't want to see these people in those matches. And that's what we got as our top face. It was John Cena. And this is no shade being thrown at Cena. It's just that a lot of people for years and years didn't want to see John Cena. At least not in that role. And then Cena starts weeding out, right? Cena starts going into part-time status. So a lot of those fans are like, thank goodness, can we get a top face? Can we get somebody like Daniel Bryan back? Even though Daniel Bryan's retired, can we get somebody like him back to replace John Cena? But no! Then Vince went with Roman Reigns. Another 50-50 cheer, boo reaction type superstar. So you have another fucking half the crowd's disgusted, the other half is like, yeah, Roman Reigns, woo! And it's like, what do we fucking do now, man? The fan at home can't really get excited about that. You can't really choose a dog in the fight. Brock Lesnar is 50-50, right? And now you have Roman Reigns 50-50. So when they go in there at WrestleMania, the crowd is going to be like 50-50. Nobody is going to be really fully invested when you cannot totally get behind someone. I'm not saying we all got to be sheep and go at Daniel Bryan. But the reason Daniel Bryan gets that reaction is because we all love him. So when you all love somebody so much that you want to see them get to the top, defeat everybody, get the strap, conquer the whole fucking World Wrestling Entertainment. When we get behind somebody like that, shouldn't Vince get behind somebody like that? But he doesn't. He picks somebody, and no matter the reaction, no matter how we feel about it, half the fucking WWE universe, no matter how they feel about it, Vince will stick with them for years, even if it isn't working. Refusing to turn them heel, to give them a chance to be a top face one day. Because it's a reaction. No, motherfucker. I'm talking to you, Vince McMahon. That was a reaction last night. When Daniel Bryan walked out of that curtain, that was a reaction. That's a reaction. When everybody collectively is on their feet shouting at the top of their lungs in adulation and respect and wanting to see somebody come out that curtain, that, my friends, the loudness, the amplification and the volume of their voices, the excitement in their eyes, that's a reaction. Vince has been fooling himself for the last 15 years. The John Cenas and the Roman Reigns, that's a reaction. What would you say, Vince, if I told you you could get an even better reaction? If you fucking listen to your fans. We didn't steer you wrong the first time with Daniel Bryan, did we? And you put the strap at him at WrestleMania 30, and we were correct. We didn't steer you wrong when we were cheering for Stone Cold Steve Austin, and you had him over there as the ringmaster and fluttering around as a little bit of a heel in the mid-card. We didn't fucking steer you wrong when we said, that's the motherfucker we went at the top. And you listened to us, and what happened? He went straight to the top. When we all started chanting for Rocky, and the Rocky Sucks was dead, and we all chanted Rocky, and we told you, okay, we saw him as a heel. We like it. Now we're ready to put the rocket on him, on his back. We didn't steer you wrong. The Rock became fucking a phenom. No offense, Undertaker. We never steer you wrong. And yet for years, lately, you don't fucking listen. The Rusev Day chants galore, and you fucking bury the motherfucker. Bad News Barrett getting huge reactions, and you keep him off TV and put him in a losing streak when he was on TV. He could have been something. All these motherfuckers I can name that could have had momentum, and you would pull it back. And that was a reaction. Daniel Bryan giving me those goosebumps, man. Still hasn't hit me. And the reaction he got when he came out of the curtain to announce that he wants a tag team match against Zayn and Owens, it just made me think, like, fuck, man, that's fun. When you see a whole crowd that excited and cheering that loud for one superstar, at home as a fan, you get even more interested and intrigued. You get excited because you know you're watching something special. As a fan, when you watch 50% of the crowd going, oh, fuck, I just want to throw up when this guy's on. And the other 50% is like, whoa, I don't know, I like him. It's not fun. Not at all. For 15 years we've done that. You guys want fun? Go back and watch the Hulk Hogan era on the WWE Network. Or the Ultimate Warrior. Go back and watch that shit. Go back and watch Stone Cold Steve Austin in the Attitude Era. When his music hit, watch the crowd, listen to the reaction. It's collectively 15 to 20,000 people all cheering simultaneously together in unison. That's a reaction that is contagious, that is fun. The John Cena reactions and the Roman Reigns reactions, that's the new era we live in. That's the top face in the company is going to have 50-50. Because Vince doesn't want to believe in true faces and true heels anymore. Well, tough shit. I do. Because in pro wrestling, you have to have faces and heels. And yes, the crowd at times is going to tell you to take a heel and turn him face. Or to take a face and turn him heel. We're going to tell you that. Because nobody gauges the superstars better than the fans, the crowd. So fucking listen to us. Anyway, guys, awesome to see that reaction for Daniel Bryan. I miss that reaction for Daniel Bryan. And for any superstar, I miss that. That is a face. That is a true superstar, Daniel Bryan. And he came out and he announced Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. He's going to give him one more opportunity. And he's going to tag up with Shane McMahon to take on Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And if Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are able to beat McMahon and Bryan, Zayn and Owens are reinstated. They're no longer fired. However, if Bryan and McMahon win, they're going to remain fired. So I don't see how Daniel Bryan wins in this other than he gets his hands on Zayn and Owens. I think that's his whole ploy, his plan. So Zayn and Owens have nothing to lose here. So obviously they accepted the challenge. Just about 20 minutes later, Sami Zayn went on Twitter and accepted for Zayn and Owens. Now, as far as Shane McMahon, they keep on reiterating like 5 more times after Daniel Bryan had that promo. They kept reiterating, Tom Phillips, that Shane McMahon, they're going to keep us up to date on his medical condition. There is a good chance, guys, Shane McMahon, unfortunately, does not compete because he does have that intestinal issue. Inflammation in his intestines. What's the fucking word? Brock Lesnar had it. Diverticulitis, I think it's called. So that's something serious. That's not part of the storyline, guys. That's something he actually got on vacation. I think he was like in the Caribbean or something. And he got this thing. He was discharged from the hospital. That's good. But Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar said that it took years for Brock Lesnar to feel 100% again. Is 2 weeks going to be enough for Shane McMahon to get into a WrestleMania match? I hope so, but I also want him to be healthy, man. His health is our main concern. But that's one of the matches I'm looking forward to the most. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon, 2 of my favorites that I love seeing in that ring. You guys know the sense of realism and believability when Shane McMahon is in that ring that I feel when I watch him. And you guys know how much I love Daniel Bryan. Them 2 as a tag team against 2 others that are the best in the world at what they do. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. That match, that's my sleeper match that everyone else is sleeping on. And I'm going to be like, fuck yeah, that's a dream match for me. So hopefully Shane McMahon can get healthy enough and be in that match. We'll find out definitely by next Tuesday. I want to go into the Jinder Mahal, Rusev versus Bobby Roode, Randy Orton match. Tag team match. I liked it. It was fucking, it's different. It was seeing Jinder Mahal and Rusev back together again, so that was cool. It was dissension between Randy Orton and Bobby Roode, so that was cool to lead into their triple threat. The match ended with Rusev. First of all, Randy Orton and Bobby Roode has so much tension that Randy Orton actually RKO'd Bobby Roode during the match. But when Randy Orton went to turn around, he ended up getting a fucking machka kick to the face by Rusev. Rusev 1, 2, 3. Rusev wins the match for him and Jinder Mahal. Now, backstage, Jinder Mahal's like, hey, we kicked ass tonight, and to say thank you, I'm going to get you a front row seat at WrestleMania. And Rusev goes, front row seat? Well, that's nice, but I can do one better. I'm going to go find Daniel Bryan, and because I just beat the U.S. champion, Randy Orton, again, insignificant tag match, but in Rusev's mind, he just beat him in a one-on-one match probably. I don't know, but he said, because I just beat the U.S. champion, I'm going to go find Daniel Bryan and put myself in the triple threat match at WrestleMania and make it a fatal four-way. So just like that, and like 10 minutes later, it's announced that Rusev is now in the match. It's a fatal four-way. Now, some of you might be thinking, BC, you must be ecstatic because you've been saying for months and months how Rusev has been buried. And boom, just like that, now he's going to go for the U.S. Championship. Guys, yes, it is nice to see that on one hand. On the other hand, what the fuck? Vince McMahon and WWE just did everything in their power, everything they could do to kill Rusev's momentum with this new Rusev Day gimmick. Anything you could think of, guys. Vince McMahon just tried to slaughter it. He kept him down at the Mixed Match Challenge. It would not put him on SmackDown, left him off actual TV for weeks. When he was on TV, he was in nonsensical matches losing. He was at Fastlane losing against Shinsuke Nakamura, a guy he should have never been in there, because Vince McMahon made him a full-fledged heel, Rusev. Rusev's getting all this fan adulation and cheers, and Vince made sure that everyone knew he was a full-fledged heel, A. B, he's in there against Shinsuke Nakamura at Fastlane. Shinsuke, a guy who Vince knows is going to get 50% of the fan response at least. So even the fans that showed up to Fastlane to cheer Rusev, whether he's a heel or a face, they were also going to really be into Shinsuke. So Vince went out of his way to put Rusev in a match where he knew Rusev was not going to get a lot of reaction. And then 2 weeks later, last week on SmackDown, he put him in there with Shinsuke again. And for the second week in a row, after Fastlane and last week, Rusev loses to Shinsuke. So now he's on a losing streak. His momentum is killed. He wins one match last night, a nonsensical tag team match, mind you. And all of a sudden, he's going for a championship at WrestleMania. You guys see what I'm saying? Yes, I could easily say, fuck it, BC. At least he's in the match. We got what we wanted. Rusev's getting a little bit of a push, right? But I don't want to just say, fuck it. I want to believe in the story. I want realism. The story has to make sense for me to be intrigued. Rusev is on a losing streak. He's got zero momentum. He wins a tag match. And all of a sudden, he's going for a championship. Not realistic. You killed the motherfucker. The only real way to bring him back now, he goes in this nonsensical battle royal. And he is the guy that the whole fans, the whole fucking... Because up front, nobody cares about the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. You guys know that. But during the match, as people start getting thrown over the top rope and you start seeing who's left and you see that Rusev's in there, I promise you, the crowd, 70, 80,000, whatever it's going to be, over in New Orleans, they're going to be chanting frantically, Rusev Day. Rusev's momentum will gradually, through that match, gain steam. And at the very end, I'd have Rusev win that motherfucker. So a nonsensical battle royal that nobody gave a fuck about will be a huge shining moment for Rusev. Not like when Baron Corbin won it, because nobody gave a fuck, and afterwards it didn't do anything for him. Not like when Mojo Rawley won it, because nobody gave a fuck and it didn't do anything for him. No, Rusev, people will give a fuck, and it will gradually get that momentum back so we can believe it. And then starting on Tuesday, Rusev has this new sense of fucking newfound hope that he is going to conquer the WWE SmackDown roster. Or if he gets traded to Raw, he's going to conquer that roster. And not only is it hope, but the writers and the fucking bookers get behind him and they book Rusev to championships, main events, and beyond. But you have to do it realistically. Rusev winning the Battle Royal would have been the epic moment. Throwing him, because that's what they're doing. They're throwing him in a United States Championship match now. After having a losing streak. Winning one tag team match, Goes to Daniel Bryan and says, hey, I know it was a tag team match, but I just beat Orton. Can I be in that championship match, guys? This isn't just like putting yourself in any match. At what point does championships start meaning something? It was bad enough that we have a triple threat schmaz match for the IC and the US strap. Now we're adding a four-way, a fourth member. At this point, I'm going to put Cheesehead Charlie in that son of a bitch and make it a five-way. Yes. Love Rusev. You guys know on this channel we love Rusev. On this channel, he's the one guy I honestly said was actually buried. And I hate using the word buried. Because fans today use buried for everybody that they love who loses a match. There could be a guy who wins 10 times in a row. He loses one time and that fan will be like, he just got buried. No. But Rusev actually did. And he has been. So, you want me to say, yeah, he's in a US Championship match. But how the fuck did that come about? This is like Vince trying to cover his tracks. Oops, we really fucked up here. Throw him in that title match. Because he went out of his way to kill Rusev. Turning him full-fledged heel and having Aiden English mock the crowd when the crowd was drastically behind both of them. Okay, Rusev, not so much Aiden English. But they were behind Rusev. And then turning him full throttle heel for no reason. Dissing the crowd that's cheering for you. Going on a losing streak when he does show up. Other weeks, he wasn't even on SmackDown. Anything Vince could have done to make the crowd forget about Rusev. And now, all of a sudden, he's in a title match. And I promise you guys, if Rusev doesn't win that title at WrestleMania, then this was an absolute bust. This was an absolute failure. If he walks out of Mania and loses that championship match, then what the fuck? I would have rather him win the Battle Royal and get momentum that way. But it looks like they want to go Dolph Ziggler winning the Battle Royal. I think that's what this was about. I don't think Rusev is walking out of WrestleMania with that strap, guys. I think this was Vince's way to say, hey, we'll give Rusev the Battle Royal maybe. But then he said, you know what? I changed my mind. I want Dolph Ziggler to win the Battle Royal. Well, fuck Vince, the writer said. What do we do with Rusev? Stick him in that title match. We'll just have him take the L. Not only do I not think Rusev is going to walk out with it, I think Rusev will probably take the fucking L. He'll probably be the one with his shoulders pinned to the mat. I just don't understand it, guys. I'll have maybe a different view of all of this when WrestleMania goes off the air and we see who the US champion is, maybe. Moving on, we had a backstage promo with Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. Can I just say, what happened with Shinsuke's promo in his English? His English just got 100 times better in 1 week. I think Vince McMahon has him talking with, like, vocalist coaches, you know what I mean? Like, fucking speech coaches, whatever you fucking call it, to learn English. But I think he's been doing this, like, every day, 5 times a day, 5 different sessions. Because that promo, that was the best Sasha Banks is on the mind, isn't she? Shinsuke Nakamura has done since he got on the fucking roster, man, or in his career. That is his best English. He was flowing words, man. He's talking better English than your boy BC sometimes when I first wake up before my coffee. Shinsuke Nakamura was fucking... what a promo for him. And at the end of the night, he cuts another promo on AJ. That one wasn't as good. It was a little more cringeworthy, but his English got really good in that promo with AJ Styles. And as far as, well, I was going to go to how SmackDown ended because that was also Shinsuke AJ, but I'll wait a little bit on that. I'll go over to Becky Lynch and Ruby Riott. Becky Lynch picks up a victory over Ruby Riott. And so Ruby Riott, after her loss to Charlotte at Fastlane, we were hoping they were at least going to give her some fucking momentum, right? Because Ruby Riott can go in the ring. Nope, she's just going to be a tool. They put her in there with Becky. Becky wins. And then they just make the whole Riott squad look like tools. After Becky Lynch wins the match, Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan come in to jump Becky. So now it's 3-on-1, and Becky Lynch literally just throws them all over the top. And the whole Riott squad's like, fuck, we just got thrown over the top. What do we do? How about we go to the back and take showers? Okay. Nobody wanted revenge against Becky, and Becky's just in there. Becky Lynch just took on all 3 Riott Squad members, and the Riott Squad was just like, fuck, we'll get you next time. So that was obviously just to show that Becky Lynch is a serious competitor in the Battle Royal at WrestleMania. The Riott Squad just looked like a bunch of fucking jokes, but some people think that they are anyway, so does it really matter? Daniel Bryan promo, we already got to that. That was fucking awesome, and hopefully Shane McMahon is able to the tag team partners, man. You know, his health comes first. But we'll see. We'll find out a lot more next week with that. Shelton Benjamin had a promo with Chad Gable, and it was one of those Sesame Street promos that Lance Storm calls it. So they're giving the cell phone promo, and all these words are propping up. Like, every time they'll say a word, the fucking word will pop up on the screen, you know? Like, this is stupid, stupid. This is nonsensical, nonsensical. You know what I mean? It, like, pops up in blue letters. So I swear to you, I'm not even exaggerating, guys. I don't even know what they're saying. I'm not even listening because I'm being too distracted with words popping up all over the place. I'm trying to watch Benjamin and Gable give a serious promo, and I got words like Sesame Street popping up all over the place. And WrestleMania logos, and SmackDown logos, and fucking letters. And tomorrow I'm going to learn my 1, 2, 3s and my ABCs. I cannot understand what they're saying if I'm being distracted by flying ping pong words. Knock it off, Kevin Dunn, now! That should have been finished 2 months ago, when it started. Bludgeon Brothers come out to take on the New Day. The Usos, only a couple minutes into this match, the Usos came out and they caused a disqualification for, who was it? The fucking New Day. The New Day picked up the win because the Usos came out and attacked the Bludgeon Brothers. But it didn't take long for the Usos and the New Day to actually cause friction within each other. So this brought in the Bludgeon Brothers with their fucking mallets, and they go to hit fucking New Day and the Usos with their mallets, but all fucking 5 competitors, the New Day and the Usos, all rolled out of the ring. So the Bludgeon Brothers are in the ring with their mallets. They win by disqualification. 10 minutes later, we get the official announcement that it is the New Day, the Usos, the Bludgeon Brothers in a triple threat tag team match for WrestleMania, which I told you guys last month what was going to happen. I told you in my amplified booking for Fastlane that is official. They finally made it official on TV. So that is going to happen. I mean, it's Schmaz Mania, right? I think we know that. We got a lot of good matches, though. I am looking forward to a lot of them. But let's not kid ourselves. This is Schmaz Mania. You have 2 battle royals, guys. 2, not 1. 2 battle royals, 2 triple threat matches for championships, IC strap and a US strap. So 2 battle royals and 2 triple threats. Fatal 4-way, right? The US is a fatal 4-way, I'm sorry. The triple threat is a tag match. So 2 battle royals, 2 triple threats, 1 for the IC strap, 1 for the tag straps, and a fatal 4-way for the US strap. That's 5 schmaz matches. You got 2 mixed tag team matches. Ronda and Kurt versus Stephanie and Triple. And Shane, Daniel Bryan versus Zayn and Owens. So that's 7 matches. Let's recap, guys. 2 battle royals, 2 triple threats, a fatal 4-way, and 2 mixed tag team matches. 7 matches are schmazed to death. 7 out of 14. Again, there is 14 announced matches. 7 of them schmazed. But at least I'm looking forward to a lot. I think it should be a night of fun. So I'm not going to gripe too much. I think it's going to be a fun WrestleMania. It's just, I have no fucking idea. I mean, it just became, WrestleMania became like, let's try to use everybody on the roster. Who cares if it makes sense? Who cares if every match only gets 10 minutes? Let's throw everyone in there. And that's what I don't like. Because we are getting dream matches. We are getting really good matches. I want them to have time. I don't want every match to be 10 or 15 minutes. That's not WrestleMania. So hopefully that changes in the future. Charlotte and Asuka's feud didn't really escalate last night. They just had a Charlotte promo package. That was it. Just a Charlotte promo package. Then you went into Dolph Ziggler beating Tyler Breeze. And then he walked over to the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal fucking trophy. And then he looked over at Fandango, and he just super kicks Fandango, looks at the trophy again, and walks off. So again, like I said earlier in this video, I think Vince McMahon has made his decision. I think Dolph Ziggler is going to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And again, I think that's why Rusev was put into the triple threat match for the US strap, making it a fatal 4-way. I don't think Rusev is walking out with it, unless something drastically changes in the next 11, 12 days. And then we ended with Shinsuke Nakamura, Shelton Benjamin. That was your main event. Didn't last too long. AJ Lyles, I love it. A new wrestler coming next week. AJ Lyles. That's AJ Styles' twin brother. AJ Styles helped out Nakamura, and he took out Chad Gable when Gable was going to interfere. Shinsuke Nakamura obviously defeats Shelton Benjamin. After the match, Shinsuke gets on the mic and says, AJ Styles, I never actually needed you at ringside. I just wanted you to see up close what I'm going to do to you at WrestleMania. And this set off AJ. AJ was pissed. And AJ said what I said in last week's video, one of my videos last week, when I said this isn't just a dream match for the fans. This is a dream match for AJ Styles. And he went out there last night and he just reiterated my same words that I told you guys. He said, this isn't just a dream match for them, it's a dream match for me. Because I need to know I'm better than you. Because outside of me, you're the best in the business. And Shinsuke just said, that's the difference between you and me. You're too emotional. And Shinsuke goes to walk off. AJ Styles is left in the ring to get jumped by Shelton Benjamin and Gable, but only for a few seconds because Shinsuke comes back in the ring, clears house, takes out Gable, takes out Benjamin, and then he sets up for Kinshasa on AJ, and the Kinshasa never hits because Shinsuke pulls back. Right as there's about to be knee-to-face contact, AJ Styles is like, fuck, and Shinsuke just taps AJ Styles on the head and says, this close to knee-to-face. And Shinsuke walks off. AJ Styles is pissed off. We fade to black. We go off the air. It was a little cringeworthy, obviously. It didn't go off as planned, probably. But I like it. Something like AJ Styles and Shinsuke doesn't really need an epic storyline because the match is going to speak for itself. But I like that they're at least trying to give us something more. They're trying to get us a little more, even more, if we can be, emotionally invested with Shinsuke versus AJ. So that's cool. They're spending even more time on it. So I think in the end, that can only make the match even better because now there's actually going to be a little story behind it. You know, they need to find out who's better. Same thing I told you guys yesterday for Bayley and Sasha and why I feel they should have been at WrestleMania for the strap because you need to know who's better. That story writes itself. That story is so simplistic, but it's always the most epic story you can tell. Who is better? I need to know. We are close. We love one another, but we got to find out who's best. So at least we get Shinsuke and Nakamura. And that was SmackDown. 1 week left for Raw and SmackDown, guys. The go-home show for Raw is this Monday. The go-home show for SmackDown is this upcoming Tuesday. And that's it. Then it is officially, after SmackDown goes off the air, this upcoming Tuesday, it's officially WrestleMania week. It went by fast. It really did, guys. This WrestleMania season went by really fast. I feel it could have been more epic. I don't feel it was as awesome as in years past. But I do feel that this card is one of the most epic cards in WrestleMania history. I honestly feel that way. So that's at least exciting. I'm going to shut up now, guys. Let you guys go about your Wednesday. Amplified Man is going to cash the fuck out. I will see you guys tomorrow for Amplified Q&A. Hopefully, if you guys tune in, hopefully you will be able to. If not, I will keep that video up as well. And hopefully sometime this weekend you guys catch it because I am definitely, you guys know, Amplified Q&A is probably my most favorite video of the week. It's a chance where I get to answer your guys' questions, have a little bit of fun, interact with you guys, especially with WrestleMania coming up. I know you guys have a lot of questions. Hopefully I can get to a lot of them. B motherfucking C. Kick this Wednesday's ass. Lots of coffee, lots of ass whoopings, and I will check you guys later.